What time is it?
It's crime time.
Colin.
Hi, I'm Brandon. I love Hallmark movies and mysteries.
I'm Brian. I like Hallmark movies and mysteries.
I'm Dan, and I despise Hallmark movies and mysteries, and this is the
Deck the Hallmark podcast.
Deck the Hallmark, it's his podcast. Brandon and friends host his podcast. We hope you like this jolly podcast.
Wow.
Oh,
Hello,
boy.
everybody. I guess we need to start saying that we just like Hallmark mysteries because
it's gonna be two different channels.
New branding. It's no longer
You hear
movies
about
and
this,
mysteries.
Brian?
It's
No,
just
I haven't
Hallmark
heard about this.
mysteries.
Hallmark
just mysteries.
And then Hallmark
family. That's right.
Different
Not
than
drama? It's not
Hallmark,
drama?
Hallmark
Okay.
mysteries,
Look-
Hallmark family. That's right.
Yeah.
No more
Hallmark-
drama. They don't want
Wow.
no drama.
Are they changing the programming, you think, on drama?
I'm sure there will be
on
some
Hallmark
plenty of-
Family, you won't see any nearly nude or any like
Nothing like that.
No, no, no.
possibility. That's where Hallmark Channel is going. Hell in a
Woke.
handbasket. Hell in a handbasket over there. Where they're nearly nude.
Mysteries.
Now
huh?
they have a family channel because what they're doing is not for the family.
PG, as
Now it
in
is.
please God help them.
Oh man, it's
She
great
just
to be
needs
here.
to come back. She just needs to come back
Jesus, take the wheel.
Not my Hallmark. Not my Hallmark.
Aaron, I see you're wearing a Jonas Brothers shirt today. I didn't notice that earlier today.
I mean, we've been here.
now. All day.
I know. I just
6
noticed
hours.
it. Were you
Almost all
were you
Yeah.
wearing another layer?
Yeah,
Earlier?
I had a sweatshirt
I didn't know we were doing Aaron's outfit talk. This is fascinating.
And Aaron,
How long have you been wearing the Jonas Brothers
hey,
shirt?
there it is.
Hey.
Fantastic. You're wearing a Jonas Brothers shirt. Congratulations.
Nice job, Aaron.
Top 3 Jonas Brothers songs
Alphabetical.
from Aaron Shea starts right now.
Story of my life. It's number 1 for sure.
That's One Direction. So you're already out there. Sucker.
Sucker, yeah.
Only
No,
Human.
you-
Oh no.
Sucker is number 1.
I don't know. I am not
I'm only human.
a huge
After all.
Jonas Brothers fan. I like one album.
Don't put the blame.
I guess we'll throw Waffle House in there.
You don't like the album from which the shirt is from?
No, not really.
Wow.
What about Year 3000?
Can't
is that
trust
Jonas
anything
Brothers?
you wear.
I mean, it is, but it's not like.
What about Burning Up?
Yeah, they're just not my favorite.
Burning Up's better than Waffle House.
Sure.
You were fine here until you heard her say Waffle House was the top 3 Jonas
I
Brothers
like
songs.
Waffle House
And
as
then
much as the next
switch
guy.
was flipped.
Yeah, Burn It Up is good. SOS, is that that?
Yes!
S.
Yes!
Someone help.
No,
To,
wrong
to,
SOS.
to put Waffle House in front of those true classics.
I just
You
those
panicked.
classics
You
were
heard.
after my time. I wasn't a Joe Bro fan until 2019.
And I don't think you get to say Joe Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nick said I could.
Nick said
a
it.
new Joe Bro fan.
All right.
those
I'm not going to argue with
recent
Nick.
fans.
Nick said
I'm not
it.
going to argue with him.
Yeah.
Nick said it.
He
All
was
right.
on the line. He and I talked,
Yeah.
tried to get him on the pod. We lost him.
No dice.
I hate
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Are you concerned about where Hallmark's going, the direction?
Of course you are, right? You're not?
Oh, she's
wow.
okay. Well,
I mean, I don't think I'll be watching their family channel, but more
because you're
nude
against
news.
families. We know.
Not enough nudity for
Yeah.
Aaron.
What if Hallmark family means the word family has to be in the title of everything they show? Family Man, the Hogan family.
Family Matters.
Family Matters.
Now I'm back
I
on.
would watch this channel.
Yeah.
50 movies in, I would be like real curious where the titles are going.
Like Christmas Family Tree.
Like eventually it's going to get weird, right?
Yeah, oh, for sure. All in
Yeah,
the family.
it's gonna get weird. It's gonna get weird. Thank you, Aaron.
It still give me Story of My Life, but that's just me.
Yeah, you like "Story of My Life" more than any Jonas Brothers song.
Yes.
I think I like what
Sorry,
That's
go
because
ahead.
than
One
Joe Bro.
Direction is better than the Jonas Brothers, and it's not even
think-
particularly close.
in an overall catalog, I think One Direction's music is better than the Jonas
They're
Brothers.
more talented. They're just better.
Which one did Harry Styles come from?
One Direction.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
The Joe Bros seem cool though.
They seem
seems fun.
super
They seem
cool, but they're not as good as One Direction.
Sure.
This isn't even like up for debate. And I'm not like, I think anyone with any sort of musical ear can hear that.
You guys want to talk
That's
about
one of the
Crime Time?
senses. Hearing is a sense.
music, but yeah, we can
Oh.
discuss Crime Time.
Let's talk Crime
Yeah,
Time,
let's do it.
Fallout.
Yep.
Fallout. Like
Fallout.
Yep.
Fallout.
Freefall?
Let's go
It's
with
called
Freefall. Yeah. Let's go with that.
Originally aired on Friday, February the 23rd of...
The month of Valentine's.
That's exactly right. 2024, and it went a little something like this. The movie kicks off fast.
She's a good girl.
That's One
Loves her
Direction.
mama. That's Jonas Brothers, I
Yeah,
believe.
Joe,
and I want to give them credit for Freefall.
They earned it.
The movie kicks off fast. A dude in a hood is walking around a warehouse with a gun. He's trying to find a woman who's trying to sneak out the door, but the door's locked. But she turns around and gives him a whole spiel. You got the crime.
Spiel, maybe?
I got the time. Turns out it's a TV show. It's actress Hadley Warner's final Crime Time. She's excited to see what's next in her career, except there is nothing next for her career. She's going to retire. She's going to
Grind to
retire,
rest.
and she's going to head to a small town.
I was born in a small town.
Yeah?
I got nothing against a big town, though.
That-
You need to know that right up front.
You've spent the last 3 minutes
Nothing against
telling
a big
me
town.
what you have against
Nothing
big-
against a big town. But I was born in a small
Right.
town.
Your preference would be a small
Yeah,
town.
but nothing. Listen, if you asked me to
Yeah.
talk crap about big towns, I would say no. I don't have. Look, I don't
nothing against
begrudge
them?
anybody in a big town. Had nothing against them.
I'm just saying it's not what it seems.
Nothing against a big town.
Say one nice thing about the big town.
I got nothing against them.
Right, but
That's-
say
I don't
something.
listen.
generous.
It doesn't mean I have to say something positive. It just means that I have nothing
Yeah.
against a big town.
And legally, that's all you can say about
What about
that.
Little Big Town?
Oh, I have plenty against a little big town. But also, I'll die in a small town. You better. That's good enough for me. I'll die in one.
Yeah.
Don't say I won't.
Don't you. Don't.
Well,
Don't
why
talk your
would you-
noise.
Yeah.
I'll die in a small
Why
town.
would you think I would think you die in a big town? You haven't said one nice
I have
thing
nothing
about a big.
against a big
I know you
town.
don't have anything
But I'll
against it.
die in a small
I
town.
know.
I'll die in
wrong
You were
with
born
dying in
in
a
one,
big
you'll
town?
die in one.
Nothing against a big town.
Then go die in one.
I'll die in a small town.
She's excited for retirement. She'll go to a small town.
Good enough for me.
Upon showing up,
Popcorn.
they see some missing persons posters going up. Her first night in the house, she hears
Gunshot.
she calls, and hot cop Sean shows up, and they're both like, well, hello there.
Hello there.
Hello there. Decanter?
Yes, hello.
Decanter, how you doing, buddy?
I heard hello there, which is my bat signal.
is
And so
your
I
bat
came
signal.
running.
How
I came
are
on
you,
running.
bud?
I am doing splendid. How about you, Brandon?
Doing great. Thank you.
Brian, yourself? You
Very-
doing
yeah,
all right?
really good. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good to hear. Dan, I'm fine. Decanter, thank you so much.
Decanter, you been working on anything?
Not so much, but I did hear hello there and thought I would just pop my head right in and say, it's good to see you fine boys this
So
day.
thoughtful.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Anything we can help you with?
I just bought a set of commemorative
Ooh.
plates.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fancy.
Of what? Like
Commemorative
what do you,
plates.
what do you
It commemorates something.
right? What are you
Brandon.
commemorating?
Well, there's the first. It's the walk. It's the walk on the moon.
It's a nice plate.
Okay, that's a great play.
Nice
Yeah, one
Any-
small step for man, a giant leap for mankind.
Is it just the
you
same
don't
plate?
think that there's a historic nature to the first step on the moon?
Well, it
It's
didn't-
only
it
the
didn't
most
happen.
important thing in the history of our planet.
One small step for Matt, one small town for
right.
Dan.
That's right.
Well, seeing as how it didn't happen to Kendra, I don't really know what.
Oh, I've got to leave. Hello there to you, sir.
Hello there to you as well. Yeah, Sean's there. He takes some notes. He heads out. He is not thrilled because she seems like she knows stuff. Like, hey, I played a detective on TV. I know stuff. The next day, she comes across a parachutist, a parachute,
A parachute.
Sure.
a
Yeah,
parachute.
Yeah, I need some gloves.
Parachute.
Parachute.
Twist, parachute. And the parachute's dead. Full blown
Oh, no.
dead.
Full-blown dead?
Full blown dead.
He died in a small town.
That'll
Yeah.
happen.
It's good enough for me.
We then meet some more people in town. We meet a real estate agent that becomes Hadley's BFF. We meet a locksmith, slash banjo
Killer.
player, the only locksmith in the entire town. We also meet this farmer. He's grumpy. Probably killed somebody. Those are
yeah.
And then there's another guy who just kind of seems suspicious, despite being the one who is putting up the missing picture, missing person picture photo.
You got it. Yeah.
Poster. So she starts to poke around, talk to some people, even tracking down a dash camera that might be helpful. Detective Sean is annoyed with Hadley's persistence in trying to help out with this case. But who can stay annoyed at Hadley Warner? Not me.
No
I
way.
know that much. They're actually together one day at the station when the farmer comes in and admits to shooting Sam, the skydiver.
Oof.
Case closed.
Parachutist?
This is yes, that's exactly right. He thought that a cougar was coming for his goats, so he goes out and gunshot, and didn't mean to kill the guy. And that's when the hot detective, Sean, is like, hey, you didn't kill him. In fact, here's what happened. I think he was dead upon landing. A cougar brought him up to the tree, which is why we have the scratch marks on the tree trunk.
And
then you shot him. And he was already dead at that point. So can't hold you.
NBD.
Which, that's actually really good to know.
Good
you can
information.
shoot a dead
You
body
can shoot a
by
dead body,
accident.
and there's no consequences.
Yeah.
Right.
You didn't know that?
I mean, now I do.
He didn't grow up in a small town.
Yeah, that's right.
I didn't grow, yeah.
And that's why
Yeah.
big towns are great,
Sure.
but there's things you could learn if you'd grow up in a small town.
So she thinks that it's the one guy putting up the pictures because he seems suspicious and also been hanging out with the dead guy's wife. It's not him, just because he says it's not, and it's pretty clear that he's not. Then she's like, maybe it's my BFF. Maybe it's my new BFF.
Yeah.
Maybe he wants to get close to me, get close to the case, so that you kind of throw me off the track. And even like she's like, maybe it's you, and he does not take that well. He was kind of hurt. I can't believe you would accuse me. And then right after that happens, an interesting thing develops. Somebody enters her home and steals all of her
All of
knives.
the cutlery.
Who
Knives out.
could do such a thing? Dang it, Dan. I said that during the movie. You done took it.
Was it in your synopsis?
No.
Okay.
But you were gonna.
I was going to say it.
Yeah.
In
wasn't
fact,
in
I'm
there,
done
though.
with everything I'm saying right now is not in the synopsis.
Top
Knives
of the
out.
dome?
Top of the
Look
dome.
at
The
you go.
knives are out.
The knives are
That's a
out.
movie.
And you might be wondering, who could have done it? Who has what it takes to enter into her house to take all of her knives? And I'll
That's the
tell you
means,
who.
The motive, the moped.
The only person that has the keys to get in is the locksmith slash banjo player slash security guard for her house.
Slash killer.
And turns out he felt like Sam was pushing him out. That because he was getting older, they were trying to push him out of the security game, and he wasn't having it. And so he went in and clipped, and then glued the strings back together so that they would snap in the air. Boom, dead.
Boom,
And
boom.
so he's there, gun, and it basically mirrors what happens at the beginning of the movie where she like says the line like
TV show, yeah.
And then that's when Sean shows up, arrests them. They have a little moment together talking about how they not like each other, but I think the writing's on the
getting
wall
there,
there. A paparazzi picture takes a picture of the two of them together. He sees that and he's like, not bad. He then goes and watches her show and comes back and says, I've got some notes for you. And they walk off and they talk. And that, my friends, was Crime Time. Freefall. Dun, dun, dun. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back and we'll break this movie down with 4 segments here on
Deck
the
the
Hallmark. What's up? What's up?
What's up, man?
How we
What's
doing?
up?
We're
Doing
talking
great.
Crime Time,
Yep.
the final movie for us to be reviewing here in February. Today is the 29th. It is
It's a leap day?
Leap
the Leap
today.
Day.
Wow.
So if you're
What are you gonna do
listening
with
to
your extra
this
24
episode,
hours?
if you're listening to this episode at around 11:45 right now, that means towards the end of this episode, you're going to have to make a choice. am I going to continue to listen to this episode and then potentially have to listen to it on a loop for the next 4 years? Or am I going to turn it off and go to sleep? That's a decision that you're going to have to make here on Leap Day.
On Leap Day. So Leap Day.
Let's leap on into talking about this movie.
Let's.
We're going to start with a hot take. It's where we share exactly how we felt about this movie. I'm going to start with you, Brian. Brian, what'd you think about CrimeTime, the newest mystery from the Hallmark Mysteries channel?
Yeah. I thought this was a pretty strong premise. We were all pretty psyched about this leading into the previews. The writing I thought was really, really good. It was pretty funny, pretty witty. Cast I thought was really strong. Especially Saunders, he was the agent, I believe, her agent on the phone. I got a real kick out of him. So I had a really good time with this one. I guess I didn't guess who did it. I guessed wrong. I always try to immediately write down who I think it's going to be. I was way off. So I guess that's a good sign for the mystery element. So I had a pretty good time with this movie. One point of clarification from you: how did he die? Was it from the fall? It was from the fall. The death from
so
base jumping.
He cut the
stranger
parachute,
cut.
then he glued it back together
Yeah.
so that upon inspection he
fine.
wouldn't have known. And then obviously,
But he base jumped.
Glue has
right?
no glue has no.
It's not going to keep you
nothing
going
with
there.
air.
Yeah,
You know,
sure.
it can't beat it.
Okay. Yeah, just want to make
Air
sure
beats glue.
Yeah,
Paper
every
beats
time.
the gun.
Absolutely.
Tie you
Tie you
die.
die. Losers walk.
Yeah, that's right. So I ended up, had a pretty good time.
So 3, 2,
thought it was
1.
pretty good. 3, 2, 1, losers walk. Absolutely. So yeah, not bad for me.
Yeah, I thought it was okay. I really liked the character, our main character of Hadley. I thought she was really fun, and I love the idea of this TV detective coming in.
Oh, yeah.
And actually, I got some things. I've learned some things. It's not all nonsense on the set. I actually learned some stuff that could be helpful. So let me work. And I thought her family was fun. Getting her 2 kids were involved in it.
Yeah.
And I thought anytime they were together, it was really solid. Luke McFarlane, always good to see him here. And those two were nice together. My biggest problem here is when it comes to mysteries and finding out who done it, I love for there to be something that would at least make me suspicious of the person. I would love for there to be some motive stated earlier in the movie for this character, that when it happens, it's not all exposition as here's why I did it.
Yeah.
Because at that point, of course he didn't guess it. Dan and I guessed it because he was the only one they weren't talking about.
Sure.
Yeah.
So
Dead giveaway,
it's probably the banjo guy. And so they didn't really give us a lot of the, hey, basically he's like, I'm the locksmith for the entire town.
Yeah.
We weren't really given much of this whole story about how he was being pushed out, or they're
You don't get any of that.
None of it, yeah.
Even something as small as, hey, would you want to be security for my house? And him going, actually, that'd be really helpful. I could use the work right now because I've been losing some stuff. Even a little thing like that would have made us go, huh, an interesting character. And so, I would have liked to have just had some sort of reason for me to guess the banjo guy, other than he has nothing to do in this movie. So that was my biggest holdup in the movie, is I just kind of felt like that was the weakest link. But characters, really thought it was a strong cast, and I enjoyed this one. It's better than Gilded. Better than Gilded.
Yeah, I think all of
We're
them.
talking about February mystery
movies. It's better than the Gilded Newport
Give me the
mysteries.
Gilded, absolutely. Dano?
Don't give you the Gilded.
No,
this
give
one.
me
CrimeTime.
Yes, take the Gilded. Give me Jesus.
That's right. Absolutely, every time. The first time the dude who's like a classic character actor in these Hallmark movies comes on screen and says that he has changed the locks for literally every building in town, that's when you know that this guy's slightly more famous than the rest of the people that could do it. And he's got the keys to literally the entire town. Either he's the best red herring of all time, or he's the killer. I like the idea of this movie. I don't like the movie in practice, though. I think the idea of, someone that's been working on a procedural for 10 years coming to this town and helping a detective, and they don't really mind that for the gold that they should mind it for. There's a TV show that Brian and I both love, and Aaron likes as well, called The Grinder, that Brian has not seen, where Rob Lowe does this and Fred Savage, and it's like
Brian did give it to me for Christmas. Though.
It
It's
is
laying there on the ground.
It's
right where it
so
belongs.
much-
One of these Wing
Yes.
Wednesdays, we're gonna watch it.
That's right.
Can't wait.
Straight from the Cleveland Heights University Heights Public Library.
right. We do have the DVDs
2345 Lee Road, Cleveland
Physical
Heights,
media.
Ohio. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Right over here. Yeah.
What they do in the grinder, since we're doing some
yeah.
promotion
Pushing it,
for
yeah.
the grinder,
We
is-
get a little kickback
is
on the
they
back
do,
end.
and I know that that's comedy, but they do a good job of mining the ludicrousness of the situation for what it should be mined for. And this is just like a setup. And then she takes herself very seriously, and he takes himself very seriously. And so it doesn't quite work. The mystery wasn't interesting to me because I felt like we knew who did it immediately. It didn't seem like it had that classic problem that you already mentioned, Bran, which is when we see who the killer is, immediately we get a full backstory of, well, I was being driven out and the new kid was the blah, blah, blah. And I thought that was really stupid.
But I don't even mind that as much as long as there's something earlier that's not like a huge surprise that's happened. Like we just didn't get it. Like he picked up banjo, I guess, because he had some downtime. Was that the big hey?
Or the bumper
Maybe.
sticker he was too lazy to take off. his car.
Yeah.
I feel like, would I take another one of these over some of the ones that we've gotten this year? Yes, but is it good? No, I don't think they made the most of what they had. Lindy Greenwood, Luke McFarlane, fun premise. Luke McFarlane he's just very vanilla in this movie. Just shows up, is a cop, leaves, doesn't do anything.
Greenwood's the star in that. It's like she's doing a full performance.
I've always liked her. Yeah. She's okay in this to me. I don't know.
I liked her character a lot, and I didn't think that she was. I felt like she was serious about trying to solve the crime while still having whimsy about her. I still thought she was still doing some things that you would see on TV that don't make sense.
And that's fair. I think for me, what I want to see in a movie like this is the actor who's been on the show for 10 years doing more of the bravado of thinking that they know things. Like, have you checked this? Have you done this? And they don't know, they don't actually know as much as they think they know, but they know something. And so that just showing up and kicking the saloon doors down and coming in and being acting like they actually know a crime scene. I think that is where
you
this
may get
movie,
a bit more of that in the second one.
I would hope so.
That Luke McFarlane knows that she kind of knows her stuff. Maybe she's involved in it because they don't actually spend a ton of time on screen together.
They don't.
She's not super involved in the case with him.
Correct.
So
I'm with you.
It's time for all the feels where we talk about what in this movie gave us those feels. It's Brian. Brian.
Yeah, I'm here.
You're there?
Yes,
I'm
he's
here.
not even
Here
remote.
on the line
He's here,
and here.
right
Brian,
beside
let's kick
me.
it to you. Brian, what do you have for all the feels?
You guys hear me?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
you're on delay a little bit, Brian, but
okay.
just power through, all right?
Okay. We're good? Okay. My feels is
delay bit.
the
Love it.
Yes, Brian, you're
so
good.
do I.
You good to go.
Can they hear me in the truck?
All the feels, Bri.
The security guy making the lactose intolerant joke made me laugh out loud, and then I rewound it to make sure I heard it right. And I laughed
What was the
again.
joke?
I don't remember that joke.
They were eating grilled cheese, and he says, "I'm lactose intolerant. This is a huge mistake," or something along those lines. And it just I didn't expect it, and I was surprised they were going real hard with just a blatant, just a regular joke. And I like that. That gave me the feels.
What's the joke? What's the joke?
He was eating a grilled cheese, and he's lactose intolerant. He's going to pay for that. It's just funny.
It's going to make him sick, Brand.
Yeah, he's going to get sick from that.
I don't think it's a joke. That's just a fact.
That's
That is
funny.
something that I do.
Zingers.
It's funny.
Sometimes I open up my fridge and I see
Yeah.
cheese and I say, I'm going to eat it even though I know I shouldn't just eat straight cheese.
It's funny. If you had called me and go, or FaceTime me, and you're like, "Hey, bro, look at this. See this cheese?
Next time-
I'm going to eat this cheese."
Dude, I'm going to make you laugh so
Oh,
hard.
it's gonna be
I think that's a funny
real
joke.
gutbuster.
You didn't know you knew Seinfeld, did you? I'm going to call you right up, give you a show.
I thought that was a funny joke. A funny line. How about that?
Yeah. I mean, listen.
Hey, back to you, Bran.
Thank you. My all the feels was I was genuinely shocked the way in which they showcased this dead guy hanging from a tree. Like, I didn't see it coming. I thought that he would be like laying somewhere or something, but to pull that back and have this guy hanging there, one, was a really cool visual, and two, I just didn't see it coming here on Hallmark. Sometimes they surprise me with what they're actually willing to do in these mysteries, even though for so long, like, you wouldn't have even like seen any sort of thing that would make you go, whoa. So I thought that was cool, and I thought they did a good job with that. Dan?
I weirdly enough really enjoyed the opener here. The thing where she's acting and we're supposed to believe it's real, and then they call cut. I just thought they put a lot of time and effort into making it look like a procedural, making her look like such a professional. And even though you know that it's heightened, I enjoyed that opener. I think that may be another reason why the movie kind of fell flat for me, is because I thought the opener was really, really solid. Like, it really does grab you. And then there just happens to be a murder when she gets to the small town, which, but I'll die in one, but that's neither here nor there.
Well, I was going to ask you.
Yeah, I will. No, I'll die in one.
So, like, if you fell from a plane landed on the ground, you'd want it to be in a small town.
I will
Aim for a small town.
die in a small town.
So if you jump from with a parachute, of course, your parachute doesn't open.
Stop trying to make this about big towns.
I'm not making it about big
You're
towns.
trying to make this
You're
about big
the
towns.
one that's actively
I have
avoiding
nothing
big towns.
against a big town.
It can't be true.
I have nothing
It can't
against.
be true.
I have nothing against a big town.
Why do you only
can't-
take the small planes
I'll
when you
die
fly?
in one. I will
the
die
regional
in one.
puddle jumpers. That's all you fly in.
There's nothing. Look,
They don't go to big towns.
But what would happen if hypothetically you did die in a big town?
Brandon, I don't know. Like, what else you need from me?
Then just say you don't like big towns.
Stop being inconsiderate.
Say you don't
Stop being inconsiderate. You're being inconsiderate right now.
The only way
I
that-
have nothing against a big town. You know
You
that.
do. No, I
have nothing
don't.
against a big
Dan,
town. And you
the
know
only
that.
way for you to promise me that you will not die anywhere other than a small town is by actively avoiding big
I
towns.
will die in a small
Say
town.
no more. You
But
don't
I
like
have
them. We'll be
nothing
right back
against a
here on
big
Deck the
town.
Hallmark. You hate big towns. Just say it. Welcome back, everybody. We're talking about CrimeTime: Freefall.
Dan was bullied by a big town when he was
I
younger.
was never.
It's time for Wait What. It's where we talk about what in this movie made us go,
Wait,
what?
It's a new thing we're working on.
We are? I
Email
didn't know.
us. Email us and tell us how you like it.
Wait, what?
What?
Brian?
Terrible. I feel like the farmer, with this information of how he died from base jumping and landing in a tree, I feel like the farmer could have actually killed him. Like, that fall's not going to kill everybody, right? You might break your body,
I think
your
if you
bones
fall
to-
straight on the ground
I don't know. If
with
you're in one of
nothing
those,
slowing you down from
one
a
of those-
plane,
I
You're gonna
thought
slow-
the body should
I
have
thought
been
it
more
was
mangled.
I thought it was from a base, like he didn't, not from a plane. Was it
I
from a
thought the
plane?
body should have been more mangled.
From
Like,
the fall?
Yes.
Oh yeah, he was still in full pieces.
Pretty
like-
good shape.
But
yeah.
he could have still had a heart. I mean, the farmer could have done it.
dude, how pumped are you though if you're the farmer?
Oh, the
if
best
you
day.
find out
Holy
that you
cow.
didn't kill the guy,
What a great day.
That. Oh, hey,
What a
buddy,
day.
I've got news for you. I know you thought you shot and killed somebody, and you came in here and admitted it. What if I told you? Twice removed at this point. He had fallen to his death and then gotten dragged around by a cougar. Like, yeah,
Just not on you.
that's like,
Yeah.
man, what a day for you.
You've already said goodbye to your goats.
Yeah,
And
you
then
said
you get to
bye,
go
goats.
home.
Yeah.
And you're like, goats, I'm back.
I'm back.
Better than ever.
He died twice.
Yeah, and that
at least.
At least. And that they let the body hang out there for quite a while.
A long
It
time.
was just hanging there.
Yeah.
A long time.
They knew I was going to be impressed, and they said, well, let's leave it up
Let's-
there.
let's-
because
let's-
we spent time getting this body up here. Let's make it count.
Yeah. And she the body was still in the tree, and she was inside having margaritas with her buddy, with the real estate agent, which was
the
a
matcha.
choice. Yeah, the matcha margarita.
Matcha
Is that
margarita.
what it
The
was?
Motley Rita.
The Motley Rita.
Yeah,
That's
of course.
exactly.
That's what it is,
See? Oh man.
Yeah.
Can't believe I missed it.
We brought it
Yeah,
back.
There it is.
All you
Forever.
Tuesday stands. that-
Recall.
You don't even have to have
Listen.
listened Tuesday. You just get it.
You get it.
It's a
You
Motley
understand what a
Rita.
Motley Rita
Get
is.
it or you don't get it.
He said, Luke's character, Sean, Hot Cop, said, there are only 2 of those vehicles registered in the state of Colorado. That vehicle is a Jeep Wagoneer.
There's just
Are
no
you
way.
kidding? There are going to be
In the
more
States?
Wagoneers per capita
Man, I
in
missed that
Colorado.
line.
They had to mean city.
I
right?
missed that line.
No, that's
Oh,
funny.
goodness.
I
No, in
wanna
a small town,
I took a
possible.
sip and then tried to spit it out. I could, yeah, small
That's why you
town.
want to live there, because at the very
will
least,
die
I want to
in
be able
one.
to track down
Yeah.
who's Jeep Wagoneer.
Yeah,
in
you
it.
don't want to be in a
Big town, you're screwed.
Look, I got nothing against a big town, but there's a lot of Jeep Wagoneers.
There's a lot,
There's no way you can narrow it down.
Yeah,
That's
so that was a
In
good
this
one.
specific murder situation,
That's
you
right.
want to be able to
You
track
would
down
want
who's
to track
Jeep
it down.
Wagoneer is.
And another line
So
Hot
my
Cop
murder
had.
when I die in a small town. Go ahead.
Obviously. A line Hot Cop said, he goes, drop it or I drop you.
Yeah,
Which is
classic.
a great line if the perp's not already on the ground.
Yes, correct.
Already dropped to the ground.
Yeah, sure did.
Yeah. Drop it or I'll pick you back
Yeah,
up.
I'll pick you
I
up.
will.
and drop
you
you
in a
again.
tree.
I'll drop it. I'll
drop it like it's hot.
You drop it, or I will drop your gun. Just know that.
Say that in a small. Try to say that in a big town.
That's right.
I have a few. Hot Cop wears a hat throughout this movie, and like I'm not upset it happened. I just don't. Why of all the hats would this detective wear a what color do we call it? Like
it was a Texas A&M red.
A Texas A&M red,
just a burnt red.
Blank trucker hat.
Yeah.
I don't know how you get there, but I'm just surprised that it happened. I obviously can't wear a logo hat, so give me your finest Texas A&M
Burgundy.
red trucker hat, and we'll call it even. Love that. I obviously, now knowing that the locksmith had done it, it's hard to do any what's involving him. But at the time, when she is like, hey, would you want to be security of my estate? And he's just like, yeah, absolutely. I was like, oh, interesting. I wonder what that entails. That is 24/7
hanging out.
Security. And this guy's like, yeah, I could do that.
I got my sleeping bag in the car.
I got a few appointments, but those can wait until never.
I would implore everybody to go into their local locksmith's office and go, you guys also do 24/7 security outside people's house, right? Like, that's something I could hire you for? Or is that different?
It's one of the weirder moments in a movie I've seen that they hire someone who's a locksmith to be security by themselves of an entire estate, and they just say yes on a dime, yes.
Sometimes
I don't have any further questions. I don't need to know about the hours, the
Right.
pay. It's just it's a hard yes for me.
That's where we were supposed to know he has nothing better to do.
Correct.
His business is floundering.
Last but not least for me, I know what they were attempting to do here, where they were trying to mirror what happened at the beginning with what happened at the end with the guy coming in and her going, I don't know what you do, the cock to gun, blah, blah, blah. The difference between that, though, is at the beginning, she's trying to get out of like this warehouse. And so like she starts to mess with the door,
right.
but it's she can't get out.
Yeah.
And at the end,
she's
terrible. Trying to get out of her own house from the inside. You can most definitely unlock the door and run out. But she's like, it's locked.
I've been
what
locksmith.
do I do? I can't get out. And that made me laugh. Dana?
I've been locksmith. She literally turns like, you son of a gun. You change the locks. If you're on the inside of the house, that doesn't matter. You just pop right on out. Yep. Most of mine taken, the fall, locksmith, being locked to the inside of the house, for sure. She does not know how bar trivia works. I don't know how that's. I get that you're a celebrity for the last 10 years, but to not like at that point, you're just not listening. You're just not listening to basic instructions before leaving Earth that have been given to you over and over and over again. They just over and over again, just write on the sheet of paper. She doesn't get it. She doesn't understand. And I found that really, really hard to believe. When they hear gunshots in their house, their initial reaction is to get under the covers all in one bed. You could not make yourself more of a city. Like, you need to call somebody. Now, eventually they do because the cop shows up. But when you hear gunshots that are outside your house, now is the time to get a phone and call someone. Now, not later. Now is the time to do that. You don't need to wait. It needs to happen right now. And then lastly, he gives her a CD. He gives her an actual CD. I don't know anyone who's making CDs ever, but he is old, and I guess we're supposed to think it's because he's old. That's all I got.
Dan, would you say that small town is to big town as burlap is to cashmere?
Yeah, I would say that's a good example because both are great.
Yeah.
I have nothing against cashmere. I have nothing against cashmere at all.
It's time for what the
I just
Hallmark.
can't forget where I came from, you know?
It's time for what the Hallmark. It's where we wonder what could have been. Maybe it was a ghost of it. Brian, what are you still wondering about that you'd love an answer to?
I'd love to know if goats scream all the time like that. Will they just always scream randomly?
There's just no way.
Whenever they, like at any hour, they can just scream?
Yeah.
Come on. I hope not. Boy, that's tough.
For her sake.
Yes.
Yeah.
As a neighbor, if your neighbor's got goats or you're living by the hillside.
You're gonna end up in in a courtroom show.
100%.
A Judy,
100%.
a People's Court, a Yo
Yep.
Gavel Gavel.
We will be there.
Yeah, to cover it. That goat's gonna end up in a tree.
We did mention the knives were indeed out. Didn't have a lot of time.
I don't
to
know
do
how
that.
we did that. Yeah.
Because it's not like you can grab them all. Like they're like
individually,
so I'd have to
pocketed.
pop
Yeah.
them. Where are they? Where did he just throw them
the
out?
window.
So are they
Get these
just
knives
lying
out.
around in the dining room? Where are these knives? Out.
They're out. Yeah.
They're out is where they are.
Dana?
Yeah, I don't quite understand where we go from here, aside from the fact that another murder is going to happen in this very small town.
It's the thing about small towns.
I was born in one.
Yeah. Well, so you get it. You understand.
Yeah, but I have no problem
Did you get
with
taught
that.
Jesus in a small town?
Yes.
Of course you did. It's
I
good
have
enough for
nothing
me.
wrong with the big town, though.
Yeah, you have nothing against it either.
No.
Neither one of us do.
I'd personally die in a big town.
You'd pick
You
the
would die in a big
I don't
town.
have anything wrong. There's nothing against
Yeah,
them.
I have nothing against it either, Brand, but I think you're losing. Like you've lost the plot a bit.
I'm just
I'm
a
just
newsboy.
saying, if murders keep happening in this tiny town, at what point? Like, I know what's going to happen. It just didn't seem like it was like in Mystery 101. At the end of it, there is this feeling that Jill Wagner and Chris Palaha are a team. In this movie, they just don't spend a lot of time together, and I just never got that vibe about these two. And there's that.
Hi, we're done. We're going to be back tomorrow with the March preview show.
Whoa.
How much?
Wowzers.
How much will be in there? I don't know.
So long.
Haven't
We
really
have so much
decided.
Do we
cover.
even get a cream with one movie coming out? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do.
You're thinking about it now, though, aren't you?
Yeah,
It's gonna be tough.
I think it's...
Because we can't cream the Keira Knightley Pride and Prejudice. Like, that's not a choice, is it?
I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. We
Yeah,
got to figure
it's
it
a
out.
tough
We'll
break.
figure it out by tomorrow. I can tell you that much.
That's right.
We'll be back. Until then, remember to wish you a
Merry Christmas.
Deck the Hallmark's a Bramble Jam podcast. It's presented by Philo TV. It's produced by Brandon Gray and recorded live in, Greenville, South Carolina. Set decor is by Plum at Haywood Mall. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com. For more information on Bramble Jam Podcast Network, you can go to bramblejampodcast.com.